Hi everyone! Today we are going to discuss on the clause 9 of the ISO 14001 and ISO 14004, which is the performance evaluation. We are going to discuss on 9.1 Monitoring, Measurement, Analysis and Evaluation, 9.2 Internal Audit, 9.3 Management Review, and lastly the case study of Fujitsu. Now, let's get started.
ISO 14001. It is important and required of every organization to perform a systematic monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation of its surrounding periodically and report. This report is necessary for the organization accurate communication on its surrounding performance and compliance. This frequency of reporting totally depends on the significance of the operating condition requirement and obligation of the company to produce compliance evaluation. ISO 14004. An organization should have a systematic method to regularly monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate its environmental performance. This enables organizations to accurately report and communicate the performance of their environment towards what's important to be measured, analyzed, and useful for regulatory compliance. The monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation is required to be very detailed, traceable, reproducible, and employ the use of adequately calibrated for tools with components personnel.
Referring to both ISO 14001 and ISO 14004, a company should perform audits periodically to evaluate if the system implemented according to the international standards and the organization's plan. Before performing an audit, an objective of the audit should be specified, and it is carried out by an impartial auditor aided by technical experts within or from external sources. The outcome of the audit is a report that is presented to the organization's management for review. During the management review, whether on its own or coincides with other management meetings, the attendees of the review should look at previous reviews to see the progress of the plan, assess the environmental objectives achieved, allocation of resources, communications from interested parties, and find opportunities for improvements. From there, the plan can be improved and actions can be taken to align with the environmental strategy of the organization.
Fujitsu is a Japanese multinational information and communications technology, equipment and services company. Fujitsu is using technology to create a more inclusive, sustainable and trusted future. They also support businesses and society through delivering a robust and reliable systems. And last but not least, they co-create with partners and customers to drive new value from cutting-edge digital technology. The Fujitsu Group is carrying out internal audits as a requirement of ISO 14001, and the auditing period is done quarterly every year. The Corporate Internal Audit Division takes the lead by allocating internal auditors who belong to Fujitsu or Fujitsu Group companies. And then, the annual shareholding meetings will include the review on the audit reports. As the case study in fiscal year 2017, the internal audits is carried out for factories, offices, and other facilities at 356 sites in Japan and also 19 in overseas. And the scope of this audit is to examine the result of the FY 2016 internal and external audit, and also the opinions and instruction of the Environmental Management Committee is taken into consideration. As the result, they have found three major focal points, which coming from compliance, operational control, and also organizations operating original EMS. There were 122 total findings. Items related to ISO 14001-2015 accounted for roughly 40% of all the findings, and these include Japan and overseas. There were also many findings related to methods for managing chemical substances and industrial waste.
Fujitsu Group also performed an external audit to maintain ISO 14001 certification. An external audit is performed by a third-party auditor associated with the higher certification body. For the company that based in Japan, they hired the Japan Audits and Certification Organization for Environment and Quality, or JACO. For the company that is not in Japan, the external audit was performed by the NVGL Business Assurance Japan KK. Environmental compliance status of Fujitsu Group. Even though the Fujitsu Group committed no environmental laws violation and caused no accident that had a significant impact on the environment, there were complaints about the noise from the factory.
And that's all from us. Thank you.